We've created some kind of a movement. We kind of shook the art scene in Egypt. We created a ripple effect worldwide, which, in my opinion, we're ready. In 2016, I decided to take over the Egyptian Museum in Tahrir. It was a crazy idea because I was like this crazy girl that went up to the minister and told him, look, I believe that I can create this public-private partnership and bring in collectors from all over the world, also give back to the heritage site. It was a huge success, and we had media coverage from around the world. Year on year, this initiative started growing. So came the Manial Palace, where we took over the entire palace. We had to redo the walkways, repaint so many spaces, open up the private museum, which was intended by Prince Mohammed Ali Tawfiq as a private museum, where he had his own collection of artwork and so many other things. Then came Wise Street with more work with the communities that live around us. So we've created something called Gardens of Heritage, along with the UNESCO, because at the end of the day, we come in for a month, but they are here forever. Then, when I felt that there's a lot of attention on us in Egypt, when I said, okay, look, I'm prepared to take on the pyramids. It has been my dream, but it's very difficult. There's so much history and so much dialogue that is still there until today. The whole idea was so different because it was a real dialogue between the artist and this civilization. The artist becomes the translator of the past into the language of the present. And this was unbelievable. We had 500,000 visitors in less than 3 weeks, which was insane. People flew in from all over the world to come see that. The pyramids is a symbol, it's an icon to humanity. It is not just to Egypt, but it belongs to the world. This group of artists, so many of them are very well-known artists in their own countries. I think I owe each and every artist a big thank you, because really without them, this wouldn't have been possible. This model of Art d'Egypte became a case study to so many countries, so many cities. We want to recreate this model in other countries in the region.
برحب بكم في المؤتمر الصحفي لإطلاق النسخة الثانية الأبد هو الآن Forever is now.
Art d'Egypte is a really fantastic adventure focused on a very unique site, World Heritage Moment. With the idea of Nadine, we are completely dedicated to contemporary art. It's really something unique. That's why Art d'Egypte launched a new kind of adventure in the mix of heritage and contemporary craft.
Art was invented in ancient Egypt. Your name will be registered in history.
Knowing that you're going to install an art piece in front of the pyramids is a mix of feelings. It's a mix of fears as well. I mean, you need to be at the level of the pyramid. I'm sure the Egyptians who build the pyramid, if they come today and they look at the work of each artist, they're like, easy. It's not just the pyramid. It's the context of what Egypt is today, what Egypt was. You know, I mean, Egypt is Dunya. So for me, like a way of combining contemporary art with like athar, you know, something which is like it's a vestige, you know.
To see the pyramids, to be the first time I get here to see it is something crazy. They are amazing. It's something impossible to see this ancient, great treasure, and every time is kind of magnified by the stuff. It's amazing.
I was driving up to the site and I see from a distance, I can see my piece on the horizon, and I was like, wow. It's just like very, very emotional for me and such an honor to have a piece, you know, of my work in front of such one of the most powerful sculptures of the pyramids in the world. Incredible.
When I thought about the piece I call Dream of Giza, I was thinking about happiness, freedoms, the quality of human being. I saw when I was there, I saw them happy, I saw them positive.
في البداية كان إني والله تبوني أنا يعني أروح أعرض. أنا إنسان طموح حتماً، لكن ربما طموحاتي على قدر شوي، بس ما تخيلت إن أنا في يوم من الأيام ممكن أعرض قدام شيء مقدس بهالشكل اللي هو الأهرامات.
فكرة انت تطلع بجد حقيقي من بره مكان انه جاليري او سبيس مقفول او كده، وتطلع لسبيسز كمان هيستوريكال وكلها حاجات ليها علاقة بمصر وتراثنا والاثر بتاعنا. انا بشوف ان دي حاجة فكرة بجد حلوة جدا جدا جدا.
احساسك بانك بتعرض جنب الهرم هي سلاح ذو حدين، يعني لانه الفراغ كبير جدا والكتل اللي موجودة كتل عملاقة، يعني اني اتفاعل مع الحضارة دي وادمجها في الكونسبت بتاعي، ده اللي كان المعادلة الصعبة يعني.
The gods and goddesses from the ancient Egyptians were artists that wanted to keep their legacy and their vision. And that vision would take thousands and thousands of people to put them together and build them for them. I think I love to look at how human beings have done all of those historical moments in a certain civilization, which could be almost impossible to apply and do in today's world.
When they ask you to create a piece that is in conversation with the pyramids and the Giza plateau, it's something you'd never imagine you'd ever do in your life. You can also look at this site as something ancient and something historic, but in my sense, this is a very contemporary space.
We're hopeful to gather today everyone from around the world to mark the 3rd edition of Forever is Now. This edition is the largest and most ambitious one to date, with the participation of 14 artists from all over the world.
Forever is Now, it's just open. It's just this idea of like, you leave your mark, and whether it remains or not, you left it, it's forever.
I think for any artist to have their work in Egypt, let alone in the Giza Plateau, any artist would dream of that. So alhamdulillah.
Such a blessing, and it's so surreal to be able to participate and have my artwork next to these like massive pieces in the world. This is the most wonderful scenery I ever seen in my life.
Egypt civilization has always been the greatest inspiration for hundreds of artists before me, and will continue inspiring several artists after me.
What is grandiose about the Egyptian culture is that they aimed for eternity. Even here it's written, built for eternity.
The piece will be on exhibit with the ancient pyramids, one of the greatest sculptures in the world. This brings contemporary art intertwined with ancient art.
Pyramids, it's like they are so magic, they are so powerful. It was for me like a really big challenge, because to be confronted as an artist with the pyramids is quite strong. It's like, that's really a challenge.
This is insane that they're able to do this installation on the Giza Plateau. It was like a dream come true. I think there's something so magical just about the light that happens here in the desert.
مظاهرة يعني فنية عالمية بتعطي فرصة، بتكون بلاتفورم للعالم كله ليطلع على قدرتهم الفنية.
Forever is Now has this possibility. We see that these foreigners, they find way to work, way to live, they present their culture, and they create something new.
أرض إيجيبت دخلت بشكل كبير وعملت طفرة ضخمة في حركة الفن التشكيلي، ساعدت كتير فنانين مصريين وأجانب إن هم يكون ليهم حضور ووجود في أحداث مهمة جدا جدا.
كل المبدعين في العالم بداية صناعاتهم واختراعاتهم وإبداعهم تبدأ من فكرة في الخيال. متى ما استطاعت ثقافتك أن تنمو وتصبح أسلوب حياة يستطيع تطوير الإنسان في أي مكان في العالم، أنت ملكت العالم.
I truly believe that art is a message of hope and peace to humanity. It's a safe space where everyone meets, and especially in such a powerful exhibition and message. This is such a strong statement in itself. The pyramids are there, they've withstood so many things, and they're here to stay.